What's up, guys? So today we are going to be talking about Tron Ares. I really don't have a lot of notes on this. Wanted to just be like thoughts that I had, specifically why words matter. Overlaid and underlaid in this video are going to be videos of me lifting. Going to start a new series where I talk about movies and I lift. You can definitely still expect video essays, but expect to lift Tron Ares. So yeah, let's get straight into it, and I want us to watch this clip.
It's gone.
No, it's not.
You're timing out.
So in this scene, Ares is trying to get the code to make the grid real in the world past 30 minutes from Eve Kim, and essentially he's trying to fulfill what's been told to him to retrieve her, but he is conflicted with these orders. The reason why I say he's conflicted with these orders is because he still has time left to get her, but yet even with 16 seconds left, he just takes time to actually talk to her about why he's there and actually not take action on it. I think that this contemplation from him shows not only where his character goes in the film, which is of a contemplative mind, but as well as someone that wants to understand what they are in and why they are in it. What I would say really broadens up the character more than I was expecting going into it. I think there's definitely a lot of stories where a creation gains autonomy, whether it be Frankenstein, whether it be like a werewolf type of story, anything, with like something that's created by someone else and then it gains its own consciousness. In the second scene that we're going to talk about, Tyler Dillinger speaks to Ares about wiping Eve Kim from the grid and what that means.
Extract the code and delete the carrier.
But, sir, extracting the permanence code would delete the carrier from the grid and from your world.
Once upon a time, there was a weather, and its name was Ares. And Ares obeyed every command of Julian Dillinger, and Julian Dillinger made $1 trillion
and wrote his name on the face of time in blood.
So in this conversation, I think it's really interesting because not only do we get subtle pushback from Ares. Oop, I just messed up. Hope you guys caught that because I remember it in real time. It was pretty crazy. Here we go. I'm gonna try again. Ares is questioning Tyler Dillinger, but Tyler Dillinger also says to him that he doesn't care how he gets his money, and if anything, he could see getting it in blood. I think that this is a sentiment that is very deep. I think it can just be of, oh, this guy's a villain, and or, oh, this guy is just like a regular big bad, but I think it goes a little bit more beyond that. I think that the words used in this film are very important to some of its characters, and I think it's important because of the way that we see it turns out for them, whether it be by people that they affect or the effect that it has on them themselves. So yeah, this is like really the first time that we see Ares not only disobey a directive, but as well align himself to a human-like mind, being able to take care of someone's life and or being able to protect someone's life, opposed to someone like Ty Dillinger that represents either maybe a corrupt government, maybe a corrupt corporation that focuses only on profit and does not focus on the human lives that they affect. In this clip, I'm going to fail on bench, so have fun watching that. So after this conversation happens, Ares essentially goes back out into the real world to save Eve Kim and gain understanding from her. Tyler Dillinger realizes this and he puts Athena, another program, into the real world so that she can retrieve Eve Kim. Now, this is the scene that made me think originally, wow, words in this film really matter, because the way that it comes around, what he says to her, giving her directive, I think is a really interesting and nice payoff to show why we need to care about the things that we say in any matter of how we say them.
Your directive is to find Eve Kim, return her to the grid, and get me the permanence code. By any means necessary. Do you understand your directive? Master control.
So by Tyler saying that she's to do this by any means necessary, I think it really iterates the point not only of him wanting to build his empire of blood no matter what, but it as well iterates that he is willing to step past anyone either closer to him or far away from him that holds him from his goals. I think that there is a power in being able to push past what others believe you should be doing to achieve your goals, but when those goals start overriding on other people's humanities, taking advantage of it, using it, and or really just not caring for self and or others, I think that's when those goals are untrue, when they're unaligning with morals that we should all have to respect others. And Tyler Dillinger, without a doubt, is a perpetrator of these morals to not care for others, really. And it really comes back to stab him, you could say.
What are you doing? Who gave you this directive?
You did, sir.
What is this?
You're done. The board is moving as we speak to strip you of your title, and I'm reassuming control of the company.
No, you can't do that.
My first order of business is shutting down the Permanence Project.
Mom, no!
So in this scene, when Athena is trying to go retrieve Eve Kim from Ares, she times out and goes back into the grid. Now, because she was given the directive to get her by any means necessary, she goes back into the real world by coding herself back into the real world, as we could consider it. And Tyler Dillinger is asking her, what is she doing? And she was like, you gave me a directive, meaning that she is following what she was told, because for her, sadly, she cannot see past the orders that she has been given. So when that happens, she has to get to that point A to be able to complete what was asked of her. And that then is what brings Tyler Dillinger's life, I would say, fully apart. Because when his mother comes back on screen, someone who has been trying to hold him accountable this whole time, who has been trying to tell him the hard things that no one else would, this one person in his life steps in front of the thing that he had been creating, which is Athena and his version of the grid. When Athena steps up to his mother, she kills her. And the reason that she kills her is because of her son's own words. And I think that that is deafeningly powerful. The fact that a mother that loves her son so much that she can even see him past his mistakes and still want to be there for him, but then yet his mistakes are too deep that they kill her. I think that this is something really deep, really crazy. Maybe it's something that we can understand for the world of when sons disappoint their mothers, and what it can do to them depending on what they do. A really deep topic, a really deep subject matter, and something that I feel like I immediately resonated with in the movie. In the end of the movie, there's two more important things that happen, and what they are is that Athena is defeated.
I followed my directive.
I know.
And now, what is yours?
I'm not sure.
But she asks Ares, I've tried to fulfill my directive, but what is yours? And he says, I don't know. And I think that that's really powerful, because we can't know everything that we do in life. Do we want to? Yes. Do I want to? Actually, no, I don't, because I want to be able to figure out things as I go. I want to have plans. I want to be able to set a path as much as I can. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to be able to know everything. All I can really know, I would say, is how I feel about things, be able to understand those feelings, be able to direct them. And I think Tron Ares can potentially give us that understanding that, maybe we don't know what the next thing we're gonna do is, but we can always tell ourselves what we can feel and maybe what we don't want to feel. And then as well, Tyler Dillinger's mom iterates to him that the reason that she's dead is because of him. She says that this is because of you. And I thought that they were gonna like let it up and tell her like, don't feel sad, or like, I'm sorry this happened this way. Like, I feel like she was gonna like console him or something, you know? But like, nah, they pulled the rug right out from under us. They said, fuck all that. And she was like, nah, bro, like, you did this shit. And it's like, wow, like, that's, you know, like, yeah, I like that type of realness, you know, someone still being able to stand up and out for themselves like his mother did throughout the whole entire movie. I think the only reason that she wasn't able to take control back earlier is because of the way that the movie wrote it. In the real world, I imagine his mom would probably take the company back way quicker.
I am fearless and therefore powerful.
And then in this last scene that happens way earlier on in the movie, when Ares and his men infiltrate the grid ENCOM, he goes into the like basically like cyberspace of all of Eve Kim's like memories that are digitally on there. And in one of her books that she's like shown reading is Frankenstein, and he pulls a quote from it that says, I am fearless, I am powerful. And I think that that's really interesting, because from Frankenstein going from being a quote-unquote monster to human-like, he realized the power in being fearless. I don't think being fearless is not having fear. I think being fearless is not allowing your fears to control you. I think that being fearless is not allowing it to encapsulate the way that you step through life. I think that's the same thing as control, definitely. But yeah, him saying this, I think, is a point that I definitely as well really connected to. Yeah, all in all, I really liked the movie. I enjoyed it. Do I think it was better than Sinners? No. Do I think it was worse than any bad movie that I've seen in the past 5 years? No. I think it was a fun movie. I don't think the story went entirely deeper than maybe what I explained, or maybe I didn't see it. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoyed my lifts. I will talk more about my lifts in the next episode, what my workouts look like, and then as well, we'll find another movie to talk about. So thank you guys for listening. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next one.